Welcome to part 2 of my overhead stability series. Today we're going to be looking a little bit more at what role the shoulder blade plays in anything we do overhead. So if we look at our whole shoulder girdle here, what we have is the collarbone, we have our shoulder blade, we have our upper arm here as well, and again we have all the articulation that it has along our ribs and our. With overhead movement, we actually need to have upwards movement of the actual shoulder blade itself. The reason for this is the way that the actual shoulder is shaped, the scapula or the shoulder blade, then we have our humerus, which is the ball to the actual socket. This is basically kind of shoulder motion. So if my shoulder blade stays put, which is this, and I'm just bringing my arm up, there's a limit to how high I can actually go. However, if my shoulder blade is going along for the ride, then we have a lot more motion overhead. Sometimes people who can't get completely overhead, sometimes the shoulder blade is to blame, in which that it's not moving as much as it should. So what we're going to be doing right now is go over a few simple exercises that you can add to your repertoire in order to help train bringing the shoulder blades upwards. So what we're going to be looking at now are a few exercises that increase in difficulty. These exercises train your shoulders in a way that help promote proper upwards motion of the actual shoulder blade. So people who have been in this industry for a little while have maybe come across, and people use the cue, you're going to bring your shoulder blades back and down, and then you're going to do certain exercises. So what I want to do for these next couple of sets of exercises is literally the complete opposite. You're going to imagine that your shoulder blades are actually wrapping around your rib cage here. Instead of it being back and down, you're going to come all the way around. So kind of get as wide in your shoulders as possible. Imagine a bodybuilder doing the double lat pose. So nice wide back. That's kind of the motion that you're going to be doing actually. So nice and out. So once we have this is the base for a lot of these other exercises that we're going to be showing right now. So for this first exercise, we're going to be using the wall. Face the wall, put the pinky side of your hand face onto the wall. Give yourself a nice broad back. So imagine you're a bodybuilder here. And now what you're going to do is keeping tight there and having all the motion just coming from your shoulders, no motion coming from your upper back or your lower back for that matter, and all the way up, then all the way down. So your hands are going to end up going a little bit outwards so that you would end up looking like the letter Y. Next one we're going to do, instead of bringing our hands out like a Y, we're going to keep them together like this and bring them up like the letter I, okay? So as we're doing this, we're going to try to make sure to keep our elbows in this plane here, and as we go up, keeping it together and not letting it spread out this way. Nice big back. Down. So the next step up in difficulty of exercises, you're going to actually lay on your back, and you're going to have your arm go this way. My elbow is pointed straight towards the ceiling, and if somebody's looking down straight at me, my hand, my elbow, and my shoulder form a straight line. Push your elbow towards the ceiling. So imagine somebody's pushing down here, you're pushing up against them. So that'll help put your shoulder blade in a good position here. Then all you're going to do, slide upwards while still pushing up and not let this sag upwards, and then back up. So for this last exercise, we're going to need two things. One of these elastic bands and a foam roller. Put the elastic band around your hands like this. Put the foam roller against the wall, pulling the hands out, keeping the back nice and tight. So no movement there, and bring this overhead. And of course, you keep pushing against it so you don't do what I just did. So hopefully in this short video, you learned a couple of new exercises that you can add to your own shoulder routine, and you can try these out for yourself and let me know actually what you feel and if you notice a difference in your own overhead stability. So if you like this video, please subscribe because you'll be seeing more and more of these videos in the future, especially next week when we look at part 3 of the overhead stability mini series. So until next week, we'll see you.